Hello, my loves. Welcome back to Chemistry with Kismet Tarot. I'm Monica, and today I'm going to fix the camera angle. Maybe. Sorry, guys. I've been messing with this stuff, but we've also been doing furniture stuff. It's been a time. I'm going to move my cup. This fun little big cup of water. I'm sorry. Guys, I am so discombobulated right now. Okay, Leo, let's talk. Because this is not going how I intended it to go. I was like, this is going to be smooth. This is going to be great. Nope. And that's kind of the way that things go. So this reading is for Leo. It's for wherever Leo falls in your chart. It doesn't have to be your sun, your moon, your rising. It doesn't have to be any of those usual ways that you find it. This could be you diving into Leo energy to get more in touch with your fifth house, to understand your sun placement on another level, on like through the energetic layers with Leo as the sun as Leo's ruler. However it is that you have come to this reading, the core of this is about your heart. For that is what Leo represents in the chart. It's the heart. And I find it really ironic, and I'm trying not to cry right now because, I've been talking on my channel a little bit about some of the medical things that I'm going through currently. And I have a greater awareness and understanding of it on a spiritual level, of what it is that this is, what's going on, what it's called, and the reasoning for it, and everything like that. But this morning, I had to go into the doctor's office and have what's called a Holter monitor placed. And it's a heart monitor. It's tracking my heart rate, the rhythms, any unusual firing, arrhythmias, bradycardia, tachycardia, fibrillations, just about everything that it can possibly see, it's going to try and see. And I was doing fine. And then I walked out, got into our vehicle. My husband came to pick me up, and all of a sudden my cheek was wet. And I reached up and realized that I had tears falling. And, my husband, to his abundant credit, gave me encouragement and optimism and love and support. And I told him, I said, I'm okay. I'm incredibly overwhelmed, but I'm okay. And it's one of those beautiful synchronicities to sit here and channel Leo's energy. Leo, who is the heart where my heart is, my physical heart is genuinely in a state of struggle. It's in a state of illness, of dis-ease. And there have been so many different factors that we aren't entirely certain what caused it, from getting sick with the virus twice in the past year. I suffered a pretty severe electric shock injury this summer. Not fun, guys. 2 major deaths in my family in a year. Dissolution of structures, and just my whole life falling apart. And all of these things can impact the heart, all of them. And I'm sharing this with you guys because I have an initial channeled message for you. And originally, normally I get numbers, imagery, animals, just about, all your normal synchronistic signs. I didn't get anything for you guys until this morning. And we'll get into that because it's actually supposed to come at the very end. What I did get was a direct channeled message and then a breakdown of your reading. So we're going to go into the channeled message first. It says, Leo, you have a key and a window into a new perspective. Things that once were are now changing as alignment flows into your life. Clearing the clutter in your life means clearing the mind as well. The lion has been silent much more lately, observing, waiting, and learning. Soon the time will be here to step forth into truth and clarity. You shall be seen and heard as always meant in your life. Your patience is paying off. I'm very Leo dominant, you guys. And I don't know about the rest of you, but when as a Leo, when I think about the ideation of being seen and heard, I tend to not respond how people expect Leos to respond. So like there's a lot of actors and actresses who have Leo risings or Leo suns or Leo moons. It's a very common thing because they think that, Leos are, the bright shining stars. I feel very uncomfortable with it. And at the same time, there is this understanding that I want to share with you guys, this understanding that I have come to, but it's also something that Spirit brought to me for me to share. Being seen and being heard as you were always meant to does not mean being in the limelight. It doesn't mean being famous and rich. It doesn't mean being out in the public image and a movie star. It doesn't mean all of those trappings of the material world that we place upon these stereotypical meanings of the zodiac. Being seen and being heard as you were always meant to simply means that as you give yourself grace and you move with integrity and you move from the heart and you are honest with yourself, with Spirit, with the people that you love and live with the life that you're living. As you do all of these things, then you start seeing the symbiosis in life. You start witnessing how life responds to you in kind. And yes, there will be people that don't like what they see and they don't like what they hear. And those are the people that simply are not living the same way that you are. They're not living in integrity. They're not living in honesty. They're not living as the heart of their being. They're living in fear. And Leo is no stranger to fear. Fear is like the opposite end of the spectrum for you. You have love and you have fear and you have them in abundance. It's the nature of the archetype of the lion. But the only thing that you have to fear is yourself. The only thing that can hurt you, that can penetrate that impenetrable barrier that you have around you is you. And when you allow other people to come in and dictate, that's when things change. But Leo, this message is telling me that your perspective has changed. Do you understand? It's like the nature of finally learning boundaries. That's something that I have been learning lately. The nature of finally learning boundaries in a healthy way, a genuinely healthy way where you say, you know what, this is okay for me and this is not okay for me. This is my line in the sand. And if you cross this line, that's it. I'm done. Like, we're not playing this game. I'm not doing this song and dance because I know my worth and I know my value. And you can meet me at the table because you have worth and value too. And you can meet me with integrity and honesty, or I will simply eat lunch alone and you can go about your day. Thank you very much. And that can be hard to do, especially when you have such a huge heart and you just want to love everyone. But when life knocks you down and when you start recognizing that there are so many things and so many people in your life that are not moving in that way, people that project, people that put words in your mouth, people that manipulate and use because you have this beauty about you that just draws people to you. when you start recognizing that the people that have been drawn to you are those that are living out of alignment, and it was because you were living out of alignment, so you step back in, and then those people fall away, the heart can take it as though you did something wrong, as though it wasn't enough. Nothing could be further from the truth, though, in my humble opinion. Those people will always have a chance to come back around, to come back into your life, and it is your choice to let them. Everybody gets that beauty of choice. So the people that fall away, that hurt your heart to lose, they come back around if it's meant to happen. I've experienced it recently. It's a pretty beautiful experience. And if they don't, that empty space you feel, that loneliness, that peace that makes you pull back and go silent, to observe and wait and stay in the background, because the background is less painful. It's less impactful. It's easier to stay in the back, stay and just observe, than to get involved and get hurt again. That part of you becomes ready to come forth again. That part of you becomes ready to re-enter the world in a way. And sometimes when we re-enter the world, it's not the world we left. And so we have to get our bearings, and we have to figure out where we're going and what we're supposed to do. And that is why that first message, you have a key and a window into a new perspective. The things that once were are now changing. So you're walking into the same area, but it's different. But it's not different. It is, and it's not. It is because you're different. It's not because nothing has really changed. You changed, and so the energy around you changes, and it crackles with this power. And so as you move forward and you walk in this integrity and this truth, that crackling, that truth, that key that you have, you start opening windows, opening doors, and shining a light in all the darkened corners, cleaning out the cobwebs, and just cleaning up the clutter. But how do we know when to move, what to do? And that's how we get in. This is where we're going to get into what this reading is. This reading is about the archetypal phase you're on in your life. It's the kind of overarching theme of just this phase. And when I say this phase, everyone's is different. This is not zodiacally related. This is not calendrically related. This is not about, I'm on this stage of a spiritual journey, or I'm on this stage of an awakening journey. It's not about that. It is simply about an energetic frequency that you are giving off right now that has an archetypal presence. And it may last a day. It could last as long as this reading and then be done. It may not even be started yet. For some of you, it may be kicked off from this reading, or it may be kicked off from you going outside and taking a deep breath and smelling the air. And then all of a sudden, boom, you're in this energy. It's going to be different. And if it doesn't resonate, that's okay. It may be that this is a reading for you in the future. It may be that this is a reading that just isn't aligned to you in this lifetime, and that's okay too. Use your discernment. Use that beautiful integrity and loving heart that you have, and tap into you. But this archetypal phase that I am picking up within the Leo energy, it has two sides. It has a conscious side and an unconscious side. These are pieces that are influencing it. And when I sat down to channel this, I had to giggle because I was getting images of like 90s sitcoms. So it's like the angel and the demon that pops up on your shoulders and it tells you what to do. And one of them is great influence and the other one is not. And it's like Jiminy Cricket and Jiminy Cricket's darker side. That is what the cards on either side of the archetypal card is. The angel tarot is your conscious influences. The demon tarot is your unconscious influences. Now, I encourage you guys not to attach good, bad, right, wrong, anything like that. This is not about evil. This is not about divinity. This is about you. This is about an understanding of the energetics of you right now. Weird. I normally wouldn't say it's not about divinity. That is very strange. Huh. I don't know what Spirit's doing here. All right, let's get into your archetype because this is going a whole different direction than I thought it would after channeling information yesterday. And this is, I'm curious. So your current archetypal phase is the diviner, and it says divine timing and evaluation. And I love this for you guys because first of all, it's fire energy. And for the most part, the signs, and you guys are the last one in this series, for the most part, the signs have been getting different elemental energies from their natural energies. So like fire would get air, air would get water, water would get earth, things like that. But you guys have this fire energy. And yet it's a hand holding a seed. So there's so much earth here too. There's so much earth energy I can feel here. But this is about fire. This is about action. This is about divine timing. Now, what is the nature of divine timing? That is dependent upon each and every one of us. Everybody has a different definition. Everybody has a different idea. Guys, I am literally looking up and I've got a lamp like over here. And I see this tiny little spider on the lamp just kind of chilling. It's not doing anything. It's not moving. It's just kind of watching. I am not sure why I felt like I needed to mention it. Normally, I would just kind of try and pass it off because I still have a little touch of arachnophobia from my youth. Not a lot now that I have grown spiritually and really have come to respect spiders, as long as they're not poisonous trying to kill me or, jumping on my face. Please don't jump on my face, Mr. Spider. I'd greatly appreciate that. Anyway, wanted to mention the spider. Now, divine timing. The message that I got first is planted seeds in the subconscious sprout in winter. It is unexpected yet exactly as intended. None expect the unexpected except for those in flow with the ticking of the divine clock. You feel it and you flow. And I loved this message. I was enamored with this message because I was like, that is so cool. We think about the natural cycles of the earth. We think about spring and you do the planting and then you cultivate and you weed and you tend to everything in the summertime. And then in the fall is when you reap the benefits and the rewards and the abundance and all of this. And then in wintertime, everything lays fallow and it rejuvenates. It goes into a restoration phase so that next spring you can do this. And I know with certain, plants, you plant the seeds in the fall because they need that cold. They need that winter, that freeze to really take root so that in the spring they are ready to go. Like that's how you plant tulips. If you guys didn't know, you plant tulip bulbs right before the first frost if you possibly can. September, October area in the northern hemisphere, like northern hemisphere where I live. But I have never really put much contemplation or consideration into planting seeds that are intended to grow in the wintertime because where I live in the wintertime, things just don't grow. What we have in the wintertime is snow and a lot of snow. And my God, it's a jumping spider. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm fine. I'm fine, you guys. It's a jumping spider. It just jumped and I'm fine. I'm okay. It's okay. Okay. It's not going to bite me. It's just a little guy. I'm fine. This is fine. I can literally hear laughter in my head, and I'm like, I'm so, it's jumping and I don't know where it's going. I have no idea where it went. I don't know. It might be on the floor. It might be coming at me. Oh my God. I'm fine, Leo. I'm fine. Okay. Oh my gosh. I'm not even going to edit this stuff out. Like I hope you guys enjoy this. Anyway, let's go back to divine timing. Where I live in the wintertime, it is snow. There are days where it gets to literally like negative 60 degrees Fahrenheit with the wind chill. We joke a lot, like, why do we live in a place where the air hurts the bones? Because it does. It cuts straight through you. Like when the wind hits you in North Dakota, it literally cuts straight to the bone and you can just feel it. You can feel it. And so I don't give much contemplation to that, but that is a curious thing, because when we do this application of the physical to the metaphysical, there's so much that we can miss. Oh, I found the jumping spider, guys. It's back. It's back. I don't know what it's doing. Okay. I got to stop looking at it, because I literally, like, in my brain, it's like morphing like an R.L. Stine book into some gigantic monster with big fangs and is coming at me. And I think it's preparing to jump again. Oh my gosh. Okay. It's not going to eat me, right? It won't eat me. It's not going to, I'm fine. This is fine. You know, little spider, there's a lot of box elder bugs around. You could totally find your way to them. It's on the light. Oh, okay. Anyway, okay. I got to stop looking at the spider, because we are not going to get through this reading. When we think in the metaphysical, we're thinking in the metaphysical as far as planting goes. When we plant a seed that grows in wintertime, it takes faith. It takes conviction and integrity and authenticity and heart alignment. It takes all of these things, because we have to know, undoubtedly know, that what I have planted will take root. It will grow. And though there are ideations that say that I got to wait this long or whatever, I know that the divine is leading me in this way. And I know that I am aligned in this way. And so right now, you're in this diviner energy. You are in this energy of understanding the nature of your alignment, not anybody else's. Divine timing and evaluation. You are surrounded by signs and synchronicities. You are surrounded by energies and frequencies. And you're also surrounded by everyone else's ideations and notions and beliefs. And so you have to pick your way through. And this is that clearing the clutter. You got to pick your way through and say, okay, this is what I know. This is what this person says. This is what this person says. What does my heart say? Now I'm going to follow my heart. So as you're in this archetypal phase, this is about you really learning what the Leo energy is for you. What is this fire energy within you? How does it work? How do you connect with the divine? Now, fire is a natural divining energy. It's a natural divining energy. I know people talk a lot about water and psychic gifts, but when you have a lot of fire energy, you are naturally attuned to channeling, to the divine, to the psychic realms, because fire is the spark of life and water is the form. So we need the spark and we need the form, and they seem like opposites, but these two have to work together. One cannot exist without the other, and vice versa. Symbiosis. You are being called into your feelingness, your understanding, your awareness, your personal evaluation, because you're the one that knows what your divine timing is. Your soul knows, your intuition knows. No one else knows. I don't know what your divine timing is. I don't know what your winter season is. I don't know what your spring season is. I don't know what season you are. I know the archetypal energy. That's what I'm being given here. That's the extent. You know it though. And we can say, I don't have any idea. That's why I'm on a reading. And I get that. I've been there. I get there sometimes too. Like even now, I get that. That's the purpose of a channeler. But we're not here to tell you the truth. We're here to confirm what you already know. So if I tell you, I have no idea how your divine timing works, it's because I know definitively that you're the one that knows. And if you struggle with a faith in yourself on this matter, I will hold the candle for you until you're ready to take it for yourself. Gladly, because you are the ultimate say-so in this. Your heart is the ultimate say-so, and that is the nature of living in integrity. So I want to take a look at the conscious influences. We have the Five of Swords with the Hell, and it's angel number 62. It says, God the highest being. And you've got this angel, and they're directing these two people who look like they are lost and sad and scared. And it says the desire to know and the acquisition of wisdom. This is the angel of rediscovered knowledge. It's things that we once knew, whether it's in this life or past life or whatever your belief is, things that we once knew that we have somehow forgotten along the way. We can know our hearts and still forget our hearts along the way. The message I got is knowledge gained and knowledge lost. It can be found once more when you rediscover that which you seek. You uncover wisdom that was unknown before. So when you go and you start looking again, I'm going to view this again. I'm going to review this. I'm going to learn this again. So you read something that you've already read before. Every time I read the book The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho, it's a different story every time. The story is not changed. It's different every single time I read it. It impacts me differently. It tells me something different. It teaches me something different. It moves me in a different way. It opens me in a different way every single time. So we can have this wisdom. We can know something from front to back. And yet, when we come back to it, we can discover something new. You uncover wisdom that was unknown before. There is past life and past in this life wisdom that is coming through in this time as your knowingness is confirmed and what you know is transformed into wisdom. As you move in a quiet, modest, accountable, honest way through your life, more wisdom yields to the understanding heart that you hold. When we are in a state of fear or suffering, or we are struggling, or we are uncomfortable, or there's pressure, or there's this obvious force that has beaten us down in some way, shape, or form. And we know what this is. And we know we must get away, and we've done that. We don't always remember how to go, where to go. We don't always remember our wisdom. There are times in our life where we know what we need to know, but we don't have it transformed. Knowledge is not equatable to wisdom in my book, in my experience. Wisdom is what we do with knowledge. So I can have knowledge about the universal laws, so the law of oneness, but it's about how I apply that constitutes what my wisdom on oneness is. So to give you this as an example, we are all connected. And in the universal law of oneness, we are all connected. We are all one. We all share the same spark of life and divinity. We all have the same color blood flowing through our veins, all of that. We all come from the same source and go to the same source. And yet, we are not the same. For each and every one of us is a unique individual. And we are that way and yet connected. And that is important to me, in my opinion, in my journey, in my understanding, in my wisdom, because that means that when we look at the totality of this world, rather than seeing a bunch of people hurting people, we see a bunch of people that are so confused because they don't know how to accept themselves because they're supposed to be somebody else, but we're not. We're not ever supposed to be somebody else. If you have this beautiful mosaic of imagery, a mosaic image is an image made up of a bunch of tiny little images. We, as an individual, are the tiny images, the mosaic of humanity, existence, and this life that we're living is the mosaic of all of us put together. So when we negate one area, now that mosaic is incomplete. Now, for some reason, there's a piece out of place. There's a color that shouldn't be where it's at. And you see those clearly because it's just inherently out of place. And this comes back to that divine timing. Nobody knows what your divine timing is except for you. And when you try to apply someone else's divine timing to your divine timing, now you are a misplaced image within the mosaic. Knowing ourselves means that we open up our hearts and our souls to the wisdom that we contain within ourselves. And we contain eons of wisdom. And then we have the choice of how to apply it. And how we apply it depends on who we are, what we do, where we go, and what we allow ourselves to discover and rediscover and learn in this life, on this journey. Sometimes it's not just being consciously aware that I'm relearning things that I've learned before and all of a sudden they're different. Sometimes it's not about that. Sometimes it's not about the wisdom. Sometimes it's about what's underlying it for why we need the wisdom and what the purpose of it is. So we need to take a look at the unconscious. So you guys actually have two. We have Ribisol. And with this, I got, thunder and lightning and mountains. I got Oya and Shango, and then some Zeus and Jupiter energy. And I heard there is a change arising in the storms, and got a lot of shamanic energy, which doesn't surprise me because I'm doing a lot of reading about shamanism and watching a bunch of podcasts. But this energy is about feeling. It says feeling does not negate logic, but logic has no wisdom without the emotions of the heart. Sometimes we must be hardened, but still the heart and the wisdom of what is felt must be given its respect and honor. That was the message of Ribisol. And then the second one you have here, and I believe it's pronounced Bauer or Buer. And there was Sagittarian energy, Leo energy, and then I heard changes afoot. And it says, what we accept now was once seen in another light. So too is what we see now as evil, the saving grace for many lives. The world changes its stance, but history remains conclusive. Not the history written, but that of the lived and understood. Science and spirituality meet within you, not on the outside, and here you find healing. Okay, I'm going to go into the channeled message and then we're just going to talk. So the final channeled message I got was, all things flow in unique timing, not by our will nor our design, but by the universe and divine. Our place amongst it exists as we remember the wisdom written in our souls, open our hearts to receive and minds to perceive. You are moving into a time of reaping, healing, being the healer. Heeding the inner call is your choice, though. Surrender your pathway to knowing and feeling in harmony. What shall you decide, Leo? And then I got numbers this morning. I got 17, 17, 14, 14, 21, 21, and I heard duplications, doubling down, and then hope alchemizes the ending for a new beginning. Okay, so we've talked a lot here, Leo. I'm going to toss it down there because when I tried to put it off to the side yesterday, I literally shut off my camera accidentally. There's a lot here, Leo. We've been talking for a while. In this energy, there is this kind of battling within you. I have all of these emotions, but I also have this understanding, this knowledge. How do I blend them together? And our emotions are not always correct, but they do tell us something correct about ourselves. They will tell us what it is that we need to look at, what it is that we need to see, where our wounds are, where our pains are. This morning I woke up and I was journaling, and it's my daughter's 21st birthday, and I'm struggling with that. Because first of all, she's 21, but second of all, just with everything going on with me, I was thinking she's starting a new 7-year cycle, and my life is, my health is in this state, and I got really sad. And then I thought, tomorrow is Halloween, and then it's Thanksgiving in the States, and then it's Christmas season. And my aunt died a couple months ago. And my brain went to all the things that are missed when somebody is gone. And I just sat there and I kept journaling. It's so absurd. It's like one of the most absurd thoughts I've ever had in my entire life, that I am going to wake up and my aunt won't be here. This force, this power, this goodness, this love, this mentor, this friend, this person who gave me home and belonging is not going to be there. It just felt so absurd. And so while my emotions are going, that's not fucking possible. My brain is going, no, that she's died. That she died. She's gone. But my emotions are like, nope. And that's the way these things go. And the reason why I'm talking to you guys about that is because that is what this energy is. It's this like fierce duality of like, I'm going to be completely logical. I'm going to throw out the emotions. I'm going to throw out the intuition, and I'm just going to go based off of what science is, because that's concrete. That's tangible, right? That's what everybody says. Not me, Leo. I don't believe in objectivity. Like, I'm firmly against objectivity, and it's a hill I'm dying on, I'm pretty sure, because in my opinion, everything in this world is subjective, down to science. Science is subjective because science would not be science if somebody did not think it up, create it, and then propose it to being a thing. We wouldn't even have the word science if it were not for human beings creating language and saying, hey, this is what it's called. So everything that we have in this world has been subjectively created at some given point in time. So there is nothing in this world that is objective. And we try to place objectivity because we need some sort of control. We need some sort of stability, some sort of foundation. And when our inner world is in chaos, when our unconscious is tearing us in all of these directions, that's where we struggle, because we are trying to relearn something new, but we're in that Five of Swords energy of like, what battle do I face? What do I fight? And I get that. What you do is you evaluate your inner world. You plant that seed of knowingness within you, and you tap into that natural fiery energy, that natural spiritual authority you have, and it exists in your heart. So we're going to get 5 quick cards. This is going to be what you don't see about the current archetypal phase, what challenges you about this phase, where you can find help, how you can connect better with your higher self, and how you can connect better with your shadow. And then these cards over here are just for you guys at the end of the reading. There's a self-love question, a sacred symbol, and an oracle card from the House of Night, the wisdom of the House of Night. So Spirit for Leo, can we get some information for Leo? Guys, literally 5 of Swords with conflict. Literally on the back of the deck. And that's Saturn in Leo, so I'm not surprised. Okay. What don't you see about this current archetypal phase? I love this. I love this for you guys because it is the 6 of Wands and it is victory. This is what you don't see. And again, we have Leo energy. We have Jupiter and Leo energy. This is about you grabbing that golden snitch. This is about you grabbing that winning truth. What you don't see about this archetypal phase, because of all of the conflict, because of all of the duality, because of all of the changes and all of the structures and all of the chaos and the things that you have to relearn and the things that you have to grow into and all the ways that it just doesn't match with the way the world is. It's your victory moment. It's your victory lap. It's your success. There is only one you. It's like the seeker. Only the seeker is selected to catch the golden snitch because only the seeker is that skilled and that crafty and that capable and that attuned to it. Only the seeker knows how to find it. That's where victory lies. So this is about you stepping into your own abundant victory. And that is going to look how it's going to look for each one of you. It really depends on the person. So what challenges you is the Queen of Swords. It's that mentality of logic, of cuttingness, of what everybody else says. It's that this is how it has to be because this is what everybody says it has to be. It's that mindset that does not allow for your emotions to come through because the emotions are too hard. So it feeds into the darkness instead. That mindset that says I have to follow instead of lead. That's a choice that we make. So what's challenging you here is stepping out of that. Recognizing that your emotions, your heart, it is so important to who you are. It's so important to who you are. It is tantamount and paramount to the most authentic life lived honestly with integrity and aligned for you is living from your heart, is living true to your heart. And this applies no matter where Leo is in your chart. We all have this place within us. We all have this part of us, every single one of us. But we can't do that for anybody else. We have to do it for ourselves. Where you can find help, the 3 of Cups with abundance. Again, help can be found when you tap into the natural resources of yourself, but of this world. I was journaling this morning on the nature of abundance, on how we apply this word in so many ways. We apply it to finances. We apply it to materialistic things. We apply all of these ways of it, but abundance is just a natural way of being. And this, more than anything, where you can find help is in the abundance of being yourself. In the abundance of saying, you know what? This is who I am unapologetically. I'm not here to hurt you. I'm not here to harm you. I'm not here to this or that. I'm here to live my most authentic life. And that may entail me making you uncomfortable because I'm going to live in my abundance. I'm not going to engage in this ideation that there's not enough for me, that things are stacked against me, or that I'm limited. I'm not going to let someone else tell me what I can and can't do, or what my worth is, or what my value is. What I'm going to do is I'm going to recognize that I am so beautiful and so unique, and that I am worthy of abundance. And that when I stand in this power and when I embody this in my life, those who are operating in this mode come towards me and we have a jolly old time together. So how can you connect with your higher self? I know this is kind of going quickly, but this is like I'm getting a rush energy. So I kind of like it. How you can connect with your higher self. This is so crazy, you guys. We have Mars in Gemini with the 9 of Swords and cruelty, and it's Harry writing, I will not tell lies. That is literally what it is. If you want to connect with your higher self, stop beating yourself up. Recognize that everybody's human, including yourself. Don't lie. Don't lie to yourself. If you have an emotion, let it out. If you have an expression, let yourself express. If you're pissed off at somebody, and this is just good quality life advice. If you are pissed off at someone, frustrated with someone, if you have a situation that's out of your control and you don't know what to do and you are just filled with this fiery, like, I need to do something, go to the dollar store, buy some cups, go break them. $5, 5 cups, and you feel so much better afterwards. This is actually a tool that I use, that my husband and I use with our kids when they are angry or frustrated, to help them diffuse it in a way that doesn't cause excessive destruction of something that doesn't need to be destroyed. And we're very grateful to the plates in the dollar store for that. The cruelty of others and the malice of others and the assertions that you are not who you say you are and you're not capable of what you are capable of and whatever, what have you, Leo, that cruelty can either get into your mind or it can't. And if you want to connect with your higher self, it's letting those things fall away by realizing I can be honest with myself. First and foremost, I can be honest with myself. And when you do that, you set yourself free. And the cruelty of others no longer impacts the way that you perceive the world and the way that you operate and the way that you perceive yourself. Because you see yourself way clearer than they do. Like way clearer than I can see the spider right now, which jumped somewhere and I don't know where it's at. I might have jumped down. I hope not. I'm not even going to lie. I've checked my feet like 16 times because I don't know where the spider went. Now, I love this. I love this because connecting with your shadow, you have that first 1717 or 17 with the star. Hope. Hope. The light in the darkness. Your other half, and that is what the star is. It's Aquarian energy. It is the other half, your sister energy. Maybe some of you want to check out the Aquarius video. I don't know. If it resonates, go check it out. If not, maybe it's in another reader's, oh my gosh, set of videos. Wow. Playlists. There it is. Wow. Anyway, we have the star. 17, 17, 14, 14, and 21, 21. It is hope alchemizing the ending for a new beginning. Sometimes an ending happens. It comes and we aren't ready. We aren't ready. And in that moment, we have the choice. Are we going to allow hope to be stripped from us because this loss has occurred and nothing makes sense? Or are we going to recognize that for every loss, there is a gain? For every hurt, there is a heart and a blessing. For every challenge, there is a lesson. For every restriction, there is expansion. For every moment in which it seems like the light is going out or goes out, another one is lit to help you on your way. Your shadow, your unconscious over here is warring back and forth. It needs a light. It needs hope. It needs love. That is all our shadows need. It needs love. It needs to know that every part of you is loved, Leo. No matter who it is that may have at one point said that you weren't, they were lying. You've always, always been loved. Let's get the final messages for you. These, again, are just for you to look into. Card 1 with protection. Some of you may be drawn to Norse or the Vikings. You may want to look into protection. I actually was thinking about that, about crown protection, because I wear my beanie a lot. I've been wearing a lot of hats, but doing crown protection helps. Sacred symbols, talismans, there are a multitude of them. But what does protection mean to you? Honesty. 26, which reduces to an 8, which is the strength card. Honesty. Protection and honesty. I'm astounded. And finally, oh man, I want to hug you guys. What's the one thing I know I need to confront? When is my next opportunity to do so? If you knew that you could be honest with yourself and with others without ramifications, without ostracization, without being condemned, without it being something that you felt like you were unsafe because of, if you knew that you could face certain things within you, no matter what, would you do it? And with this card saying, when is my next opportunity to do so? The one thing you know you need to confront and your next opportunity, I'd pick it up, but my nails aren't going to do it. You're the diviner, Leo. You are the diviner, which means that you are the only one who knows when the time is right. You are the only one, because divine timing is unique to you. Your divine timing is unique to you. And that means that you're the one that has to do that evaluation. Protection, honesty, and the thing that you need to face and the time you need to do it in. Okay, my foot just tingled and I'm pretty sure the spider is like salivating at me. So I'm going to go. This is actually all I have for you guys. Thanks for handling my weirdness and my freakouts, guys. You guys are awesome. Thank you as well for being here. I want to say thank you to your guides, to my guides, to the Great Spirit, the cosmic teachers and professors out in space and in the night sky. Thank you to our ancestors through everything and everywhere. Thank you so much. Thank you to the Divine Creator. And thank you to all of the hearts of everyone on this reading, everyone on the channel, everyone in the collective in the world. Thank you for this life and this existence, and thank you for Leo. Thank you. All right, Leo, my loves, this is what I have for you. It's been real, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye.